guys, it's coffee time. I have like a little itchy something on my thumb. Normally this happens when I've worn some sort of jewelry that I'm not supposed to, like if I had put on a ring on my thumb, but I never did, and I'm so curious like what this is. I don't think it's a bite, it just itches there, which is always unnerving. So I'm like, I don't know what you are, but I'm getting rid of I took off everything. All my bangles, everything. So hopefully it'll go away by tomorrow morning. You can't even see anything. There's nothing there. It's just an irritated patch of skin. So today we had a barbecue where a bunch of my family members came over. Chrissy and the girls didn't come over. Originally it was just going to be us, and then I was going to see Auntie Sherry and Heather and Heather's fiance. This is my cousin and her fiance, and then my other cousin David. So originally it was going to be just me seeing them, and then we wound up having Jared and Amanda over too, and then Jared's in-laws, Amanda's parents, also came. So it was a bunch of us. It was really, really fun. Amanda put a little braid in my hair. She's like a pro now because she's, a volunteer coach on dance team. Has to do all sorts of braids and things all the time now. So she was just absolutely like braiding my hair, and I was like, okay, it's not like I know how to do any of this, so continue on however you want. It was so much fun though, because I haven't seen Heather in forever. Heather's actually just started making YouTube videos as well, so I'm like kind of excited about that. She's got this really awesome, like, deep voice that is just so perfect for videos that I'm like, keep at it, keep making them. At some point, I'll totally link you guys to her. Since she's just started putting videos up, I'm not going to yet. But down the road, I totally will, because I think she's having fun with it, so that's fun for me too. But anywho, I hadn't seen her in years. I hadn't seen David in a few years. I had never met her fiance. So it was just kind of like this awesome catching up scenario where I got to be like, oh my god, I haven't seen you guys in forever! The day kind of started off with, we were supposed to be like cleaning the house, because outside it was overcast and like, not raining, but it was like spritzing, right? And my parents were like, oh man, really? We decided to have a barbecue on the one day that it wound up being overcast. And I was really excited about the weather, but I did realize that the weather wasn't optimal. So we were cleaning the house, trying to make sure that if everybody needed to stay in the house, that it would be okay. It wound up, just spoiler alert, it wound up being super sunny, like literally around the time that everybody came over, which was so weird. But is also very Oregon. That happens a lot here, where it will start off the day with one sort of weather, and then suddenly it'll be something completely different. So, so it all kind of worked out that way. But we were all cleaning the house, and then when I woke up, I had a bunch of texts from Mike and Ro being like, yo, we decided to turn it into a 24-hour stream. Are you awake? Would you be able to get online? And I was like, So I tried to get on right when I woke up, and it didn't work. So I took a shower, and my mom was like bustling around the house cleaning things, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to hop on this stream. I promise you I won't be on for very long, and then I'll come back and help you. And she was like, okay. So I was able to hop onto their 24-hour stream. It was for Rose King of the Web thing. It was nuts because I didn't really know everything that had happened during that stream. So when I tuned in, Mike had a bright pink mohawk. Ro had bleached her hair, and had a huge mustache on. Trisha and Jared Frodo were there. Oh, and Chris! NVIDIA Chris was there too. So just like a bunch of cool people were just hanging out, but I was like, whoa, I officially have the most normal hair. No, Anaris, I'm assuming, didn't do anything to his hair. Anaris, did you do anything weird to your hair? Be honest. I'm assuming he didn't do anything weird to his hair, but my hair feels like extremely normal now. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I put some new dye in there? I really like the color that it is right now. It's just very normal. So I'll wait a little bit longer. Wait a little bit longer before I do anything to it. I told Jody, hair mom, that I was not planning on using anything but vegetable dye for a long time so that my hair could heal up. And I'm going to use like this oil treatment that she sent me home with that's supposed to help your hair heal and all that. So I'm just like, okay, well, all right. Anywho, I got way off track. I'm so sorry. So yeah, the stream happened, row 1. Yeah. And, we got the house all like sorted, all figured out. The sun came out, and my mom was like, yay! And then Jared and Amanda showed up, and we were kind of walking around the orchard, and we have this one tree. We have a lot of trees. We have like a small orchard. Some of our trees have been really good producers, and some of them have not done very well at all. But we've still continued to kind of keep them up. One of my favorite trees ever finally died, which made me really sad. There's a curly willow. Curly willows are my favorite trees, hands down. A curly willow that was out there finally bit the dust. It's been kind of diseased. It's been sick for a lot of years, and we've always kind of nursed it back because it's so beautiful. It's such an amazing tree. But it finally just died. So it's this really haunting, like, beautiful tree with all, it still has all of these curly wisps, but they're all dead. Just kind of sitting there, and you're like, oh. But in the same orchard area is a huge cherry tree that has thousands of cherries on it. So many that my mom and dad have been picking cherries every single day. Every single day. And every day that I've been home, my mom has been dehydrating cherries with her dehydrator. Like, there are too many. They have no idea what to do with all of them. So, fortunately, we were having this big old barbecue. So, my aunt took a bunch of cherries home with her. I don't think that either of my cousins did. Jared and Amanda took some home with them. I helped pick some. You always feel awesome when you pick it in just the right way, where it doesn't like squish, it doesn't like get crushed, but it slips off of the pit, so it doesn't even need to be pitted later. You're like, yeah! But the thing that sucks is that you're probably gonna throw that thing in a pitter anyway, because you're on autopilot when you're going through all of those, and you're just like... So yes, lots of things involving cherries have been happening around this house, so I'm glad that... Man, we probably picked a few hundred. We kind of have a pick whatever you want to take home with you policy. So that's kind of nice. Our blueberry plants normally produce a ton, and my mom said that they barely did at all. Amanda was able to get kind of like a little bowl's worth off of there. But we have these huge blueberry bushes, and they have barely done anything. Anywho, I'm going off on tangents again. This is what I do. So we made up a bunch of food. We had 2 different potato salads and Amanda's amazing coleslaw, and we played a lot of horseshoes. I was never on the losing team for horseshoes, and I like to think that I was the variable that was making that happen. The first game that we played, my dad kept saying, typically in horseshoes, women are allowed to, have a line further forward than men. And I was like, no, I'm playing with 3 dudes. I'm on a team with a dude. I'm not going to change the rules. I'm going to walk up to the line that everybody else is walking up to. And my dad was like, okay. And that whole entire game, I was the only one to get a ringer. What? So proud of myself. I was like, pfft. I'm not great at that game. I'm very hit or miss with that game. Heather had never played that game in her life. There were plenty of us who had never played horseshoes or hadn't played it for a long time. We put in our horseshoe pits probably over 5 years ago, but I've played like enough that it comes back to me okay. It comes back to me like easy enough. Horseshoes is really fun. So you have 2 people on either team, and one person from each team is on either end. So there's a little sand pit right here with a pole sticking out of it. There's a sand pit right here, and then one person from each team over here and one person from each team over here, yeah? So then you take turns. The first time is just kind of like a whoever wants to go. You take turns throwing both of your rings. If you make a point, whoever made a point last is the team that goes first the next round, because then whoever the ones that go second have the opportunity to possibly knock your rings out of the way, your horseshoes out of the way. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but it's really fun. It takes more finesse than you would think for a game called Horseshoes. But we've always really liked having it out there. It's kind of out where our fire pit is and stuff. So it's a fun, easy game to play. And yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I don't know. It was just a lot of like hanging out and chatting, catching up with people, and yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else to tell you about other than the fact that my thumb still itches. I'm just like, I know I shouldn't like actually itch it, so I'm gonna do some of this. Ooh. I don't think so. Everybody just kind of went home. I went over to Jared and Amanda. Well, Amanda's mom's house. To see their new dog, and he was so cute. His name's Stewie, and he just has so much energy. They have another dog named Che, who we all call the Pooper, and he's just like this huge bear dog. He's just this bear of a dog. He's an Aussie mix of some sort, I think. He's not just a straight up Aussie. He can't be. But when he's got all of his hair on him, he's just this huge fluffy thing. His paws are like that big. He's just like... And now he's old enough that he's really mellow. So he's just so cute. I'm just like, oh, Che, I love you so much. He's got like the 2 different colored eyes. I'm just like, I love you. And then I met Stewie, who I was told is very weird with new people. And David hadn't met him either. My cousin hadn't met him either. And so we got out of the car. He was totally cool with both of us. We were like, yeah, high five. We didn't weird out the dog. He's so cute. So much energy, though. And he chased the kitties. Poor Nicodemus. It's okay, Nicodemus. You have your own little weird throne in the barn, so you're doing good. You are maxin' chillaxin', bro. Anywho, that's really all that happened today, I think. And I've talked for over 13 minutes because I kept going on weird tangents about orchards. I'm sorry. But yeah. I hope that you guys had a good day. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the first day that I don't have anything planned during the day. So I'm going to just like chill. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.